I would definitely say I was a very happy child. I loved playing with Lego. I really loved building things. I always wanted to be a construction worker or an architect.
As a young child, he was very bright, very inquisitive. I never expected school to be an issue for this child. Very verbal. He got to school and it really was a challenge. From the first grade, the first spelling tests they give, he would spend hours on the 5 spelling words and still come home having failed.
Spelling tests were the worst thing in the world. Before I knew I was dyslexic, I just thought I was stupid.
He had become very withdrawn as a child. He would remove himself from situations where he might be asked to read, and that's so sad, and it made him a little bit of a social outcast almost.
I once tried to read the first chapter of Harry Potter, and it took me an hour and a half to get through the first page. So I gave up on that.
The nights before a test would really be a nightmare, and I would get frustrated also, had other kids and household things to take care of and work, and it was very stressful, a lot of anxiety.
So I found audiobooks actually through Learning Ally, and it totally changed my life academically and just on my own. I remember the first day that I started using it in history class, and the teacher said, "Who did the reading?" And I raised my hand, and he just looked at me confused. He's like, "Really?" And I knew the answers, and that was the first time that ever happened. And it was just the most amazing feeling that I was on par with the rest of the class and getting my work done and people noticing that.
Here was this really superstar kid in my honors English class studying European literature, Shakespeare, Chaucer, and he would give me papers and the spelling would be really bad. And it kind of became a running joke until one day he actually said, "I'm dyslexic." What surprised me was that it was such a non-issue for him.
And right now I'm in the middle of reading 1984 on my iPhone with the Learning Ally and the text on the screen, and it's amazing.
The term diverse learners is really, really accurate. I've never ever had a student like Eddie.
In 9th grade, I created the Teen Leadership Conference, which was a way to bring together the different isolated communities of Englewood. So I felt like if we could all come together for some sort of common good, then we would be able to really learn from each other and build a stronger community. I think the biggest reason I chose to go to Jerusalem for the year is to really grapple with my people's history and the texts that formed my religion. The reason I chose to go to Yale is because I plan on studying American Studies, which is building a picture of American civilization. Unless you know what the issues are, you're not going to be able to diagnose those issues and fix them.
I don't know where he'll go in the future, but I know he's gonna do amazing things.
Now my dyslexia is something I'm actually very proud of. I think it really has shaped the person who I am.